Dharam Chaiva Narottam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhiraya. So, with the mercy of Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, we have this opportunity to hear something about Bhagavatam. Thank you. So, when we are hearing this Bhagavata Katha, the whole purpose is to see that whatever is we are hearing about Bhagavan, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, anything that we discuss, that it goes in mind. We have to pay so much of attention that this Bhagavad Katha goes inside and displaces our modes, displaces any other thoughts that we have within us. That is what it is supposed to do when we are spending time. Yeah. So we should be noticing some change before the Katha and after the Katha. Not only in the form of information that we receive, but there should be some change within us too. From what ignorance, passion, to the goodness, transcendence. So that is in our hands. If we are paying attention and prayerfully receive that message. Yeah. So that's Bhagavata. And this time what we will do is, I will summarize only one time in the beginning of the class. Yeah. So we'll have some time later for a pariprashna too, so we can exchange our reflections. At the end of the Katha, I'm just going to summarize what we have discussed today, only that part. But in the beginning, there's only one time summary. Okay. And this will be helpful for all those who are here for the first time. At least you will know what has happened so far in Bhagavatam. What we did was, we have gone through the Srimad Bhagavatam introduction about how Srimad Bhagavatam fits in the Vedic literature, how Srimad Bhagavatam is Sarva Vedanta Saram. We have discussed that already. After that, we have discussed about the speciality of Srimad Bhagavatam. There are so many Puranas, Sattvic Puranas, Rajasic Puranas, and Tamasic Puranas. And what's the speciality of Srimad Bhagavatam? That we have discussed. That also we did in the past. And after that, we have discussed about the whole Srimad Bhagavatam. In 1 hour, we have gone through the summary of all the 12 cantos. We have done with that. And we focused on the first canto. The first canto, we have divided it into 4 sections, 4 topics. The first topic is 6 questions of the Naimisharanya sages. Second topic is Narada Vyasa Samvada. Third topic is about Stutis. When Ashwadhama uses the Brahmastra, Uttara Devi goes to Sri Krishna and offers the prayers. That is Uttara Stuti. After that, Queen Kunti Stuti. Then Bhishma Stuti. Then Lord Krishna, after he leaves the Hastinapur and goes to Dwaraka, all the Dwaraka Vasis receive him. Then they do the Stuti. That is Dwaraka Stuti. Yeah. So that would be that's the third topic. And fourth one is about Parikshit Maharaj. About the birth, the ruling, and the receiving of curse of Parikshit Maharaj, and how Sukadeva Goswami comes to him. These are the 4 topics in the first canto. Okay. So amongst these 4, the first topic we have finished. What are the 6 questions of the Naimisharanya sages? That is covered in the first, second, and third chapters. Yeah. In the first chapter, the first 3 slokas are about what is Paramasatyam. Second shloka is what is Paramadharma. Third one is how is Srimad Bhagavatam inviting to relish the Paramadharma. Those are the 3 slokas. And after that, 6 questions of the Naimisharanya sages. What are those questions? What is the essence of all the scriptures? What is the utmost welfare to the humanity? Third one is, why did Lord Krishna appear as Devaki Nandana? And fourth one is, what are Purusha Avataras? Fifth one, what is Leela Avataras? Sixth one, who is the Kali taking shelter to follow the Dharma. Okay, so all the Kali Yuga Jivas, who are they taking shelter to for their Dharma in Kali Yuga? That is to Srimad Bhagavatam. So those are the 6 questions. And so answer to the first 2 questions is the same. The essence of all scriptures and the utmost welfare of the humanity is Bhakti Yoga. And the details of the Bhakti Yoga, the practice, the definition of Bhakti Yoga, what are the byproducts of Bhakti Yoga, and how Varnashrama Dharma should be geared towards Bhakti Yoga. All those details are given in the 2nd chapter. And the 3rd question is, why did Lord Krishna come as Devaki Nandana? To reclaim the souls in Sattva. Whoever is in goodness, Sattva Guna, they are attracted to the pastimes of the Lord. And that's how they can fill their consciousness with the Shuddha Sattva and go back to the spiritual realm. That's why he descended. Not just to kill the demons. That can be done by many avatars. But Lord Krishna, why did he descend? To show his pastimes, to attract us, and to take us back to Godhead. And what are the 3 Purusha avatars? Karnodakasai Vishnu, from him comes the Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and from him comes the Kshirodakasai Vishnu. What are the Leela avatars? There are many, infinite, as waves in the ocean. But Bhagavatam describes about 22 main Leela avatars. And the source of all these Leela avatars is Krishna's Bhagavan Swayam. That's all described in the 3rd chapter. And where does the Kali Yuga people take the shelter to follow the Dharma? That is to Srimad Bhagavatam. Because in Kali Yuga, Harinama, Harinama, Harinama Eva Kevalam. Bhakti Yoga is the way to go for the Kali Yuga Jivas. And where is that described? That's in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah? So that's how Dharma is taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam in Kali Yuga. 1st, 2nd, 3rd chapters over. And after hearing these answers from Sutta Goswami, Shonaka Rishi asks 3 more questions. That's in the 4th chapter. The first question was, can you please tell us how Vyasadeva received his inspiration to write Srimad Bhagavatam? Second question is, Srimad Bhagavatam was written so well, Parikshit Maharaj did not take any food, no sleep, 7 days, 7 nights. That's wonderful. So can you say something about Parikshit Maharaj? Second question. Third question is, Sukadev Goswami. We heard that he's a Mahabhagavata. Can you tell us something about him too? These are the 3 questions in the 4th chapter. Okay. And so the first question about Narada Vyasa Samvada is in 4th, 5th, and 6th chapters. About Parikshit Maharaj, the rest of the chapters. And about Sukadev Goswami, the last chapter in the first canto. That's all about the first canto. So, coming to Narada Vyasa Samvada, we have already covered how Vyasadeva was just contemplating of what went wrong with him. Why was he not happy? That was in the 4th chapter, right? So as he was contemplating, his guru Sri Narada Muni comes there and then makes a diagnosis. And he could see what was wrong. So he tells Vyasadeva what went wrong, and he also gives a solution of how it can be corrected. So Sri Narada says, Vyasadeva, when you have divided these Vedas and when you have written these Itihasas and Puranas, what happened was you have glorified Dharma Artha Kama so much. And you might be thinking you have glorified moksha too. But the Shobhate Jnana Malam Niranjana. If Achyuta Bhava is not there, even the liberation is of not much use. So since you have glorified these 4, but not Bhakti so much, that's why you are feeling so heavy-hearted inside. So please glorify Bhakti Yoga. That's what he says. And after that, he says how Bhakti Yoga is so potent that even if somebody performs Varnashrama Dharma so very well, but is not doing Bhakti, it's not of much use. But if somebody doing their Varnashrama, their duties reasonably well, but is also doing Bhakti, then that is much better. Because Bhakti is so potent and so important. That's what he says. And Okay, somebody has started bhakti yoga. Okay, they could do a little bit, but they couldn't do a lot throughout the life. What's going to happen to them? Then Sri Narada says, Smaran Mukundagri Upaguhanam Puner. When somebody does a little of bhakti yoga, when they get a taste of that bhakti, devotional service, even if it's a little bit, they can't forget it. They will still think of Mukunda and how nice, how wonderful that bhakti was, how nice they felt when they did the devotional service. Like that, they think about this bhakti and the devotional service. In this way, they are not really in samsara like anybody else because they have tasted devotion. So that powerful is devotion, even if it is done a little bit. After that, he says that's why this life is meant for reviving our sambandha with Bhagavan. And Kalena Sarvatra Gabhira Ramhasa. Whatever benefit has to come in our life, profits, losses, anything material, it will happen no matter what you do. That is already written. But there is one thing that you can really reap the benefit from this human form of life. We have to revive our relationship with Paramatma inside. We are not paying any attention to him. This human body is meant for Athato Brahma Jignasa. So that's why Vyasadeva, please emphasize more on Bhakti Yoga. So that's how Sri Narada Muni tells why Bhakti Yoga should be emphasized. And if he does that, then he would feel very happy. So in this way, Vyasadeva's Guru, Sri Narada Muni, has diagnosed the problem, why he was not happy. Because he has glorified Dharmartha Kama Moksha, but did not say enough about Bhakti Yoga. And that's why Narada Muni says, see, these are all the wonderful things, unique things that only Bhakti Yoga can do. That's why you have to glorify Bhakti Yoga. He says all that. And after saying all that, Narada Muni speaks about his previous life. See, I'm not telling you this just because Shastra is saying, I have experienced this myself. I'll tell you about my life, my past life. So he goes on telling about his past life. So in the last class, that's what we have discussed, how Narada Muni was explaining about his past life. When he was small, Narada Muni, as a boy, his mother was a maid servant, very poor, and Narada Muni did not have the father, she was a widow. So very poor family, but Bhakti Vedantas, they have visited their home. You know, in Telugu we call Kuta Kunda, where they provide food and shelter during the rainy season, like that. So that's how he got the association of the Bhakti Vedantas, the Shuddha Bhaktas. So all that has happened was Narada Muni was serving those Bhakti Vedantas when they came to their place. And Narada Muni was saying how his life was transformed just by getting the association of those sadhus that has visited their place. If we read any Shastra, the significance of sadhu is ascertained again and again. Sadhu first, Bhagavan next. We cannot know about Bhagavan, we cannot reach Bhagavan without a Sharanagata Bhakta sadhu who carries Bhagavan in his heart all the time. So that kind of sadhus, they came to Narada Muni's house. And they spent there some time during the Chaturmasya. And Narada Muni was explaining how he got the remnants, you know, after they eat the prasad, they have the remnants, right? So he took those remnants from the sadhus. And it's called Maha Prasad. When we get prasad from the deities, it is prasad. But when that prasad is honored by his servants, sadhus, and then taken, that is Maha Prasad. So that is the place of the sadhus. Now, the sadhus, they can actually control Krishna with their love. That's why there's Maha Prasad. So what happened to him when he took that Maha Prasad? Narada Muni, he recollects from the last life. All my kalmasham was gone. And Ruchi Prajayate. I had a lot of taste for this bhakti that they were doing. That's what has happened. And then quickly he says, yeah, I had a lot of mamata for these Bhaktivedantas who came in. I developed a lot of affection for them. And then I very strictly followed their instructions. These two things he says. And then he was about to leave, Narada Muni. After he said that, he said, okay, now that I told you about my leave, so please glorify Bhakti Yoga. I'm going to leave now. But Vyasadeva, just then, he says, I need you to please explain a little more about some part of your life. I have 3-4 questions. Would you please clarify these? I need more elaboration on that part. I am very curious. You were just a mere boy. You didn't have a Shastric background. You were not born in Brahmin family. You were not doing any austerity. Nothing like that. But I see you in the spiritual body now. Can you tell me what happened in between? You just gave me a synopsis of, okay, they came in, I took their Mahaprasad and I got all the changes. In a shortcut, there is the secret. We need a little more elaboration of how exactly your life went. After this sadhus left your house, what did you do? And when and how did you get the spiritual body? Please release the secret. Tell me more about that. That's what Vyasadeva asks. And this is where we are right now. Okay. So Vyasadeva is asking these questions. Yeah. So what do you do after the Bhaktivedantas departed from your place? They have initiated you. Initiated means giving diksha, means giving the Bhakti Lata Bija into the heart. That way we can make use of this human body, doing Bhakti regularly every day. So that happened to Narada Muni. So Vyasadeva is asking, can you tell me your life about what after they left? I can understand when they were with you. That's not a problem. Bhakti Vedantas are powerful. Okay. Anybody who is with the Bhakti Vedantas, they will turn into devotees. That is understandable. But how did you survive when they left? You were just mere a boy. And how did your life go? Can you tell more? And by the way, how did you remember all this? That was past life. This is a different body. You have a spiritual body now. How do you remember the past life? Those were the questions. Then, Narada Muni says about his previous life. See, the snake, about the snake. So Narada Muni says, okay, I was a small boy, yes. Bhakti Vedantas, they left our place. And my mother was there. My mother was so affectionate. Since I'm the only son, she gave so much affection to me. That was like a golden chain for me. I couldn't think of anyone. I was really so close to my mother. And my mother also really gave so much of affection. But one day what happened is, when she went to milk the cows, then snake bit her. Snake bit her and she left the body. What? You were so small. You didn't even have father. He was gone too. And now mother is gone too. And you started practicing bhakti? How is it fair? Where is Krishna? You are a devotee. You are practicing bhakti. And what did happen to you? What's the use of doing bhakti? How is this fair, Krishna? That's what we think, right? A little boy. Nobody is there. Only mother. Even mother to untimely death. What's going to happen to the little boy? Why should he practice bhakti? Right. Yeah. So, on the same note, when we hear about, Bharata, he was in the stage of bhava, right? Just because he took pity on the deer and he took deer and gave shelter and gave more affection, what happened to him? Next life, deer body mein chale gaye. Aise kyun? What is this rule? And about Chitraketu, he had the darshan of Sankarshana also. And he was doing Sankirtan too. But what happened all of a sudden? Then he had to get into the body of Rudrasura. What is this? Ye kya justice hai? Krishna, Is this really fair? All these devotees working hard to please you, and all of a sudden you change their takdir, right? Yeah, their fate. And on the same note, how come Bhagavan do this to their bhaktas? And on the same note, how can I understand Bhagavan about Vastraharan Leela? Ye kya hai? Bhagavan hai. What is stealing the clothes of the gopis? Stealing of the butter, okay. And what is this rasa dance? Samajh mein nahi aa rahe. What is this? These things, for those people who are driving these cars, following the red light rules traffic here, they cannot comprehend what happens, in the flight. Boeing, rockets, jets, they don't have red lights there. They don't stop red lights there. And here we are looking at, ye kya hai? Itna speed, red light, don't you stop? No. These are the rules for here on the ground when you drive the car. You cannot put a red light in the sky for the flights, Same is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is not bound by Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. He is Satchidananda Vigraha, beyond our comprehension. So if we have any question about Bhagavan, we need to understand him in Tattva. That's why Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chame divyam yom vetti tattvataha tatya yattva devi punarjanmana iti mam suiti Arjuna. He's saying, telling this to Arjuna. If someone understands me in Tattva, don't consider me, don't look me from the human rules and regulations. You understand who I am. What is my Tattva? Janma karma. If you understand the Tattva of my Janma, the Tattva of my karma, then you will have no more life. You will get the moksha. You will go back to Godhead. So we have to understand this answers to these questions based on the Tattva. Janma and karma of Bhagavan is not like ours. For our Janma, we are forced to take this Janma because of our karma. And Lord Krishna is appearing on his own accord. He doesn't have karma. And that is Janma. And here karma means activities of Lord Krishna. We are doing these activities because we are compelled. Our mind tells us, okay, do this. The pushes of the mind, pullings of the mind, we end up doing the activities. But for Bhagavan, it's not like that. They are pastimes. Everything that Bhagavan does, there is a reason. That's not for him, but to uplift us. So that's why they are called pastimes. And whatever we do, ours are just karmas. They are forced. We are forced to do. Bhagavan is not forced to do. Ours are karma times. These are pastimes. Our karma binds us in the karma cycle. His pastimes liberates us from our karma cycle. So that's the tattva of Bhagavan. So like sun knows only to give light. And if I blame the sun, you are there and I can see a bit of you. It's not sun's problem. There's a big cloud here. What's that big cloud? Because I don't know the tattva. But if I know the tattva, that big cloud would move and I can see sun as such. So the nature of the sun is to shine. Whether I'm seeing it or not depends upon if I know the tattva or not. Like that, whatever Bhagavan does is always Shubham. If I can't see the Shubham, it means I do not know the tattva. Why did we come to this topic here? Narada Muni, such a small boy. What is this happening to him? Let's see what happened to Narada Muni after this. And for this, a mother who has so nicely served the Bhakti Vedantas after she leaves the body, since she got the devotee association, in the next life, she would get a better facility, better body, so she can continue with the devotion, spiritual life, and then go back to Godhead. So that was her fate after she left the body. And what happened to Narada Muni after her mother left the body? Oh, that we will know. But do you want to know what Narada Muni felt? Can you guess? Close to that. But when coming to reality, he was with the Bhakti Vedantas serving them. They left. And now he has his mother, only one person that he knows. Now she's gone too, just him. So what would be his reaction? And he's a small boy. Yes, beta. He's a small boy. What would he think? Can you guess? Can you guess? Let's see. Please remember, by this time, Narada, he said, Ruchi Pradayate. He has got the taste of devotion already. So he is already absorbed in the thoughts of Bhagavan. And all the knowledge that is given by the Bhakti Vedantas already made him very strong. So what did Narada think when this happened? Did he say something like this? No, it's not in the slide. Narada Muni said, I took this event as a mercy from Bhagavan. What? A small boy? No shattering, no shaking, only mother. The only person you had, the mother also left. What is going to happen for you with your care now? Who is going to take care of you? But all those are somebody who is bhakti. He already got the taste of bhakti. Bhakti and the Shuddha Bhaktas that we associate with, they give us the Shastra that give us the strength. So this little boy already had that strength. Such a big blow in life, right? But still he was strong. And he was saying, I took this as Lord's mercy. Where did he get that from? Because that's what he heard from the Bhakti Vedantas when they were morning, evening, all the time about Bhagavan. Everything that comes in your life is just His mercy, just His mercy, just His mercy. Every day, here, the same thing. All of a sudden, something like this happens. Just His mercy, just His mercy. This is mercy. Yes, this is mercy. Because that's what sadhus say. You may not see this as mercy, but it is. And then Shastra, whatever Shastra they have imparted, that gives the strength. And that's what Bhakti does to us. It gives us internal strength. And of course, when these devotees are there who has taste for devotion, not only the strength, but that interest to follow Bhakti on a daily basis, to bring the transformation within, that taste also comes. So these are the beautiful things when we associate with the devotees. Okay, our Narada Muni is going to the forest now. And here, he tells about his travel. We have heard about how Narada Muni took that event in his life, big event in his life, as the mercy from the Lord. And he took that as an indication to go north. Go north is in Shastric verses, to tread the transcendental path, to go the spiritual way. Yeah. So Narada Muni is heading. And if you read the Bhagavatam, the description is there. He says in Narada Muni, I had to go through thick jungles, caves, thorns, little boy, akele, right? In the morning, in the evening. And he also says, sometimes I had to go through deep valleys with thick deserts, full of snakes, owls, jackals. I had to go through all that. And sometimes the fear used to overcome me. But I still went through. Yeah. And the deserts, this travel, we are describing it because spiritual journey is like that. Once we take up the Diksha, when we say, okay, Achyuta, now I am taking your Sharana. It means, Srila Prabhupada says, I am declaring war over Maya Devi. Whoa, imagine that. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta also says, don't think spiritual journey is going to be without roses. It is. I don't want to say what he said, but it is not easy. Yeah. No, I should repeat Bhajana's words. It is said that it can be thorns sometimes, especially Narada Muni. That's what the journey of Narada Muni is here. Sometimes fear, so much of fear overcoming the devotee. All this is expected. Anadanivriti is not an easy task. Oh, you know that the other day we were talking about getting deep into the ocean. Imagine trying to get into the ocean. not just superficial swimming a little bit. That way in the ocean, it's a different story. That doesn't happen in the first place. Trying to get into the ocean with no oxygen, excuse me? Are you kidding? No oxygen, you want to get deeper into the ocean? And did you think of the sharks, whales as you get down? Do you have enough protection? From where do you get all this? Yeah, that's why Mama Maya Duratya, that Maya comes in the form of the mind, saying what it wants to do, and the intelligence, what it thinks is right. And that's why the difference between a neophyte and a Madhyamadhikari is, in neophyte stage, we get overwhelmed by the mind and intelligence, which has their own talk. But as we come to the Madhyamadhikari, the voice of Shri Guru and voice of Shastra is loud, not the voice of mind. That's the major difference between neophyte and Madhyamadhikari. When the voice of our mind is loud, we are neophyte. When the voice of Shastra or Shri Guru is loud here, then we are Madhyamadhikari. So, seeking that shelter. So, that's the journey. And then what happened to Narada Muni? There is a hope. There is a hope in Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, why would they practice Bhakti? And why would all these acharyas endorse this path of Bhakti Yoga to us? It is only the Anartha Nivritti that is a testing phase. But if we get an idea of how Anartha Nivritti goes, quickly say, okay, Mame Krishna, I got it. The second one, please get through this Anartha Nivritti. If we do that, we get into that habit, it only gets better. As we get close to Nishtha, nobody can really shake you. Because you're getting strong, we are getting more clarity in Bhakti, and you're getting close to Ruchi. You will perceive the presence of Bhagavan. Then you will be imparting Bhakti to others because you're past the Anartha Nivritti. So Bhakti, it only gets better when we sincerely stay under the shelter. Okay. Look at this. This is what we want to say. Narada Muni, after all the travel, isn't that so good to see? After all the travel, he's drinking something. After he drank that water from the pond, he sat. He sat to meditate. And in those days, for the meditation, to meditate on the Paramatma, they cannot just sit and meditate. Even we cannot just sit and meditate and see Paramatma. In Ashtanga Yoga, Ashta are 8. You know why the Ashtanga Yoga is performed? To come to the Samadhi. Samadhi means we'll see what Narada Muni has achieved. To see the Paramatma in the heart. How can one get there? They have to Yama, Niyama. Rules and regulations. First, they have to follow that. Then, Asana. We have to train this body to sit in that asana for months and years. Paramatma is not going to appear in the heart just like that. That's why their lifespan used to be 100,000 years. We hardly have 100 years lifespan now. But in those Yuga, Krita Yuga, 100,000 years. So Ashtanga Yoga was the yoga of that age. Because their 100,000 years, their bodies were different. So they had to do Yama, Niyama. Then for the body flexibility poses, they have to do Asana. To control the body posture, asana. To control the breathing, pranayama. Because as the Ashtanga Yoga, this yoga advances, they have to sit still for years. They should breathe once in a while. Maybe in a few months, a breath once in a few months. That's why pranayama. That's what in the stage of Dhruva Charita, he used to just breathe once in a while. After a few years, once in a few weeks. So that's pranayama, to have control over the breath. Then pratyahara, withdraw the mind from anything external, because now the mind has to focus on Paramatma. That's why pratyahara. And then, now that we have withdrawn the mind, dhyana. First, dharana. Dharana is now the focus is going on Paramatma slowly. Like when you pour the water, as the water falls like that, then the focus is going on. After dharana is dhyana. This focus is getting more thick. Like when you pour down the honey, it's more denser, thick, so that is dhyana. Dharana, dhyana, and finally samadhi. That's when we'll be able to see the Paramatma. That's what Narada Muni, he already was in a Ruchi stage. He didn't need much of this preparation. So he sat in the asana, and then what happened? That's Paramatma there. We actually, Paramatma is in all of our hearts, but we don't see him, we don't feel him, we don't hear him. Our mind is so loud that we can't hear Paramatma. That's why when we get purified with Bhakti Yoga, then the mind also gets cleansed, and we will be able to hear Paramatma. And Paramatma in Bhakti Yoga comes in the form of Shri Guru and gives the instructions of how to please him, how to get back to him. Yeah. So what happened to Narada Muni here? As soon as he sat, and he quickly went into Dharana Dhyana Samadhi quickly, because he was already a prepared one. And so, Hridi Asin Me Shanair Hari. Dhyayatas Charanambujam. Dhyayatas. I was starting to meditate on Charanambujam, the lotus feet of Lord Hari. Bhava Nirjita Chetasa. My Cheta, Chitta, is filled with Bhava, emotion, for the lotus feet of Lord Hari. Outkanta. Ashru. Outkantya is, that intense feeling, Utkanta. Ashru Kala Shasya. The tears were rolling down from his eyes. This is something that he did not manipulate. Okay, I'm going to sit now and I'm going to feel very ecstatic and I'll get some tears in my eyes. This doesn't come like that. So if we try to do from externally, it will not come. But if we prayerfully try to meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Hari, these things automatically happen. Whether these things happen or not is a different thing. But where is my attention? What is my mood? That's what matters more. So Paramatma appears here, all of us. Not all of us. Paramatma, yeah. So you have darshan of Paramatma, and he feels so ecstatic. He is the same Narada Muni, same body, human body, but there's a description in Bhagavata saying how every cell of Narada Muni, he felt how every cell was enlivened. Because when there is change in the mood, can there be change in the body? Please remember those times where you were really angry. Was there a change in the body? Body a little hot when you were hungry? Yeah, hungry, of course. Hungry plus angry combination we can't explain. So, whatever the emotion is, that goes into the body, right? Here, what is the Narada Muni's emotion here? Transcendental bhava that went into the body. The whole body, in the movies, all of a sudden the light from the body, right? That's what they're trying to show, but actually this is what happens. When somebody has darshan of the Lord, what's going to happen to their body? So that's what Narada Muni says. Every cell of my body is so enlivened. We're looking forward for that. Yeah. So in Nam Bhajan, even when we get to Trinadapi stage, this is what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta says. The stage of Sankirtana starts even in Trinadapi stage. That's why in the Acharya songs, along with the Sharanagata Bhava, the bodily symptoms are also explained in the bhajans. What is this happening to my body? This is my bhava. So, this is a proven one. Happened to Narada Muni, happened to Acharyas. And then, so darshan he had darshan. It was wonderful. He didn't want the time to pass by at all. Wanted the time to be very still and just wanted to be there. But what happened? You think it would be that easy? Paramatma, gone. He just gave a momentary darshan like that. And now Narada Muni had a taste of how it is to have darshan of the body within his body. He's like, I need it. let me do the same yoga. Let me just sit the same way. Let me breathe the same way. Let me think the same way. Let me focus on the lotus feet of the Lord Hari. Exactly, I did a while ago, and then I'll have the darshan of the Lord. Does it happen? Lord Hari is not under our control. This is something for us to learn also. Japa is going to be so wonderful sometimes, and the days are so awesome. Wait for the time where now Prabhu wants to test you. What? I don't even feel like doing japa. Was it a 2 hours of japa? Do I have to do it again? Oh my God. What happened to all my taste for japa? Where I was looking forward to, ये सब क्या हो रहा है? नारद मुनि को भी हुआ. So when we are given some taste for japa, some faith in the holy name, it's prasad. It's not because we have learned something, we are trying the techniques, we are doing it right. नहीं. भगवान हमारी हालत देखते हैं. Oh, बिचारा इतना कोशिश कर रहे हैं. But there is some sincerity there. So let me just give a drop of taste. Only for that reason we get the taste. Not that because I've done 64 rounds, not eating anything, not moving around, sitting in the same posture, 64 rounds. Really? You think you got the taste because of that? No. So that we have to understand here. The darshan that Narada Muni had from Bhagavan is just the mercy of Bhagavan, not because what Narada Muni did. Because Narada Muni tried to do the same thing again, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And seeing all those frantic efforts, Bhagavan did not appear, but he spoke. He said, okay, Balaka, my boy, I know you're trying hard. I appeared there. I gave you darshan out of my sweet will. I'm not going to do that again. I gave the taste. To give you the taste, I appear once. Now, you will go after this taste. And you will start thinking of me more and more. That's how we are going to get more and more mature. And you will pass your time like that. So when you leave your body, by that time you will be thinking of me so much that I will be filling the whole of your consciousness. So when you leave this body, you will get a spiritual body. Okay? That assurance I'm going to give you. So don't think that I gave you darshan because you did something. At the same time, don't get disheartened. I gave you the ruchi. That's what you need. And the rest of the life, this is what you need to do. Wherever you go, then you just sing my glories, pass your time like that. That was the instruction. And here, Paramatma, he says, yeah, I showed myself once just to increase your desire. Look at this. Here's the clue. This is what Vyasa wanted to hear. How did this happen? Paramatma is also saying the same thing. Because you served the Bhakti Vedantas and they told you how to serve me. This is why I gave you darshan today. So by service to the absolute truth, under the guidance of the devotees, even for a short time, this is emphasized again and again. Kalena na ati dirghena Bhagavan vishate driti. That's what happened to Narada Muni. Kalena na ati dirghena. Doesn't take too long. Bhagavatam says this again and again. Why is it taking too long to me? Bhagavatam is saying it doesn't take too long. Again, it depends upon how much of eagerness do I have and how much am I seeking the shelter of a pure devotee. So that makes the difference. Then Bhagavan Vishadehrivi. So that's what Paramatma tells to Narada Muni, and Narada Muni is the last sloka. He says, after the darshan, this is how I spent my life. Namani anantasya hatatripa pathan. Please repeat. Gohyami bhadrani kritani cha smaran.
Punyani Bhadrani Sutani च स्मरन् गं पर्यातमस्तस्तु मनागता स्पृहा कलां प्रत्यक्षिणा विमदो विमुक्तसरा.
We are winding down with this sloka, an important one. There are many instructions for us here, because this is how Narada progressed. Namani Anantasya Hatat Kripa Patan. These Nama of Hari are Ananta. All these transcendental names, there are so many, and they are all very potent. Hatat Kripa Patan. I was reciting them, Hatat Kripa, not really caring about, okay, if I do this much bhakti, what are my neighbors going to think of me? So my problem here is what my neighbors are going to think of me if I practice bhakti. My thinking should be, this human life is meant for bhakti yoga to revive my relationship with Paramatma. And that is the only reason why we have human life. That is the only thing a human can do that the animals cannot do. Why am I worried about others? How they think of me? I should be worried about what's going to happen to me when I leave my body. What is going to happen to me? So Narada Muni is saying, Hatatripa, not caring about what others think of me. Namani Anantasya. So with that mood of bhakti, I was taking the Nama of Lord Hari. Patan, reciting. You know the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that we recite, that is recitation of name of Lord Hari. Guhyani Bhadrani Kritani Chasmaran. Now we are all hearing, right? This is not an ordinary time that we are spending. We have done so many things in this one, in the whole week, right? All those things, they are related to the body, this world, and they put us in karma cycle. But the time that we are spending now hearing about Bhagavan, Guhyani, they are all confidential. Not everybody is interested in the spiritual topics, only few of them. These topics are confidential. Bhadrani, very auspicious. They bring a lot of Shubham to us, not just to us. Bhakti, if practiced by one person in a family, is inviting Shubham into that family. And because of that person, that Shubham is spread throughout the family and to the extended family. That's the auspiciousness, potency of Bhakti. That is Bhadrani, auspicious. Kritani Chasmaran. So Bhagavan Kritani, Bhagavan pastimes are very confidential, and when we hear and recite those pastimes, they bring auspiciousness. That's why Smaran, I was always remembering those pastimes. See how Bhagavan is so merciful. He did that pastime, this pastime, rescued all the. So he would rescue me also. These are the pastimes. Gam Paryatamas Tushtamana Gadaspraha. Gam Paryatamas. So I was just spending my life walking, from one part of the country to the other part. Tushtamana. Tushtamana is Samtushta, very satisfied. That we have to remember. We may be practicing Bhakti Yoga. How this Tushtamana comes, we have to cultivate gratefulness. I know I just practiced Bhakti. I know I'm going through Anartha Nivritti. It's not an easy time, but I'm grateful. At least I'm given this path of Bhakti. If not now, later, I will be able to cross over this Anartha Nivritti. But at least I'm put in the right path. Gratefulness, 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 gratefulness is our savior at all times. I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. I have all these reasons why I should not be happy. I have all these reasons why I should not be peaceful. Why don't I choose the reasons why I can be happy? What I have? Why don't I see my life as glass half full? Why do I want to see my glass as half empty? So I am the reason for my happiness or my sorrow. And how can I change it? One thing, grateful, grateful, grateful. I know things are not the best now, but I'm grateful at least. Something, whatever comes naturally for you, being grateful to that. So instead of this restlessness and dissatisfaction pervading our body, if the gratefulness pervades, that vibrations, the gratefulness can itself set right our cardiac. So the journey can be smooth. So that we want to remember. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Progress or not, I am grateful. Difficult or not, I am grateful. So another one. He was Tushtamana. He has zero complaints, fully satisfied. Gataspriha, not worried so much about what others are going to think of me. Why do I need to worry? Why worry about that? My worry is how can I be of some use to others? Okay, good. Do the best for others, but don't have to unnecessarily worry about what are they thinking of me. So anything like that, we don't have. That's gatas perhaps, not caring for others' opinion about me. As long as we do good for them, then we don't have to be concerned. They have their own right about whatever they want to think of me. That is gatas perhaps. Let them think whatever they want to think of me, no problem. But I want to do good for them. I want to be on standby. Whenever I can do some good for them, yes, I'm ready to do. That is gatas perhaps. Kala Pradesham, Vimadho, Vimatsara. So in this way, I'm spending my time. Vimadho, there is no Madha, I was not proud. Because he was Gataspura, he wasn't really concerned about what others are thinking of him, but he was wanted to help always. Vimadho, there is no pride. Actually, in devotion, there is no pride because we are always under the shelter of Sri Guru. This is why we want to be under the shelter of Sri Guru. This is why Sri Bhaktisiddhanta says that we want to be under the shelter of Sri Guru on this night. Call him out not just once a year, once a month, once a day, but all the time. Because he says, please remember, if we are not acknowledging Guru Tattva and praising Guru Tattva at all times, it means we have an enjoying tendency. Period. Clear. Surgical knife cut. If we have enjoying tendency, then we have difficulty being under Guru Tattva. Because Guru Tattva is submissiveness, but I want to do something different. Yeah? So those are the words of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta. That's why Guru Tattva should be pervading within us and we should stay under the shelter. Otherwise, this enjoying tendency, which is innate of this conditioned soul, is just gonna, take over. So that's Sri Bhaktisiddhanta. Vimadho. So we don't have the mother or pride because in Bhakti Yoga we are under the shelter. Vimatsaraha. In Bhagavad Gita, this word comes so many times. Matsara. In Telugu, and most of us are Telugu here. I have heard this Matsara, Madam Matsarya. I never understood what that Matsarya means. Madam, I understood a little bit. Oh, okay, Garvam, pride, Madam. What is that Matsarya? Any guess? What is this Matsara? Envy. Pride is, oh, yeah, I'm better than others. Envy is, he has more than what I do. She has more than what I do, and I don't like it. And Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, he calls this as bathing donkey's urine. You know why he's calling like that? Urine itself is contaminated, right? So to have that kind of feeling about others is contaminating. It's not only contaminating, it is donkey's urine. You know why? The acidity of donkey's urine is really high. It is really burning. So when somebody has that matsara feeling, they wouldn't really say, I don't like she has that. I don't like he has that. No, they would say, fire. Fire, such an unpleasant thing. We can't look forward to get rid of that matsara. Imagine a day, all that matsara is going washed away gradually. And when we come to Trinadapi, where is the donkey's urine? Fire, nothing? Whoa, this is is liberation. So it doesn't bother me that somebody is better than me. No, because we are in Krishna samsara. He is serving Krishna so very nicely. She is serving Krishna so very nicely. This is wonderful. What? In one lifetime, you got rid of this? This is a transfer to a different world. Burning with jealousy? Nobody really wants to go through that. That burning with anger, burning with jealousy, man, nobody wants to. If there's a chance, we will escape from that. Please show me an escape door. I want to escape from this because it's an unpleasant thing. Though we don't like it, it may just creep up. We'll be like, yeah, not that I really like this. I mean, for somebody who likes it, we pray that they see that it is not good for them. But for somebody who does not like it, we really want to get rid of it. How? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda, I am such an insignificant servant of Sri Guru and yourself, Govinda. I am so grateful that you are engaging me in this service. Whatever service it is, you are engaging me. You are purifying my existence. I'm so grateful to you, Govinda. And I don't have to have mother because I'm simply under your shelter. Amanina Manadena. I don't deserve any respect, Govinda, because this is all the prasad that I've received from you. And coming to others, I want to respect each and every one because they are trying their very best in whatever capacity they can, with whatever knowledge they can. They are trying their very best to be kind, very best to be good, very best to practice devotion, very best to please you, Govinda. And you are sitting in everybody's heart. Lord Krishna says, right? Yeah. Arjuna, I sit in the heart of every living entity. So what reason do I have not to respect others? Yes, Govinda. I respect, I appreciate everybody's effort. Imagine the wonderful magical feeling as opposed to the envy. Liberation. That's why Trinadavi Sunichana is a liberating speech. We really want to look forward to it. And it is possible because Acharyas have shown us how to do it. Okay, that's Vimato 117. Wherever we are going Harina. But this is all this can be achieved. Knowledge is given. We are taken to that stage. Following the instructions. But that's the wonderful shloka. And yes, we are winding down, and this is the last one. Narada, spiritual body. So he's saying, in this way I spent all my time, Vimado, Vimatsaraha, and singing the glories Namani Anantasya of Lord Hari. So wherever I went, I simply glorified. I utilized my time glorifying Lord Hari. And remember, not being envy is not easy. Accepted. Kulam, accepted. That's why Trinadavi is not easy. This is why Kirtaniya Sadahari. We need the strength to be Trinadavi. Where is the strength coming from? The holy name. When the holy name is taken the way that it needs to be served, Acharya said that, right? In what mood we should serve the holy name? From that we derive the strength. And the beauty is, we don't have Trinadavi. There is no way we can cultivate it, but the Harinam can give us. That's why when we try to sincerely do Kirtaniya Sadahari, Trinadavi also happens. Then Vimada, everything happens. That's why the Namani and that's what Narada was doing. Yeah, he was singing, he was reciting the names, and he was remembering the pastimes of the Lord. That's where we get the strength. That is what we are saying, right? Oh Lord, I'm an insignificant servant of you. By relating to the Lord, to the Harinam, we get the strength. With the strength that we get from the Lord, the enemy is gone. It gets displaced. On our own, we cannot make it out. So hard. You can try and see. So hard. That's why all these sayings, all these devotees, why are they treading this path? Namani Anatasya, take the Nama. And then Guhyani Kritani cha Smaran. And Smaran, think about the pastimes, wonderful pastimes of Lord Hari, how merciful He is. When you are doing this, this displaces the envy out. Okay. So that's what happened. And Narad Muni filled himself with everything about Bhakti and Krishna. He spiritualized himself. So when it was time to leave his body, when he got old, it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. It said that when he was leaving the body, like that, you know, when there is rain, the thunderbolt comes, right? Like that thunderbolt, he got the spiritual body. So leaving this body and having the spiritual body happened just like that for Narada Muni. Okay. So that is Narada Muni's life. And just before departing from Vyasadeva, he says, now I have said everything about my life in detail, about the specific points you asked me. What happened to you after the Bhaktivedantas left? How was your life? And how did you get this body? And how do you remember all this? I'm just recapping all the points of this class today. So that's what we have discussed so far. And now Narada Muni is saying, okay, now that I have given you all the details, now I have emphasized it enough to you that beyond Dharma, the Kama Moksha is Bhakti Yoga. So now please glorify about Achyuta, about Bhakti Yoga in Srimad Bhagavatam, because Etadhi, this last one, we will recite together, please. Etadhi Atura Chittanam Matra Sparshaichayo Muhu Bhavasindu Plavo Drushto Haricharyanu Varnanam. He's talking about us here. Etadhi Atura Chittanam. Atura Chitta, our consciousness, always going here and there. I want this, I want this, I want this. It's because of the passion. For somebody, why is it going here and there? Matra sparsha ichayo mohu, because it wants something, somebody, always. The consciousness moving. So for somebody like us, whose chitta is always atura, then for them, bhavasindu plavo dushto, for them they need a boat to cross this samsara. So they can say they don't get these bumps with pushes and pullings. What is that boat? Haricharyanu Varnanam. Varnanam, describe the pastimes of Lord Hari. Pastimes of Lord Hari, describing means describing their glories. All we have done so far is that only. How holy is for them, how we can get rid of Matsara, envy, everything as we think about Lord Hari. These are all anything about Lord Hari. If we hear them, then our chitta also gets stabilized. And that is the chikitsa for all of us. This is what Narada Muni says. And then that's why he says, okay, now, Vyasadeva, please. I have emphasized enough. Please glorify Bhakti Yoga. I'm going to leave now, Vyasadeva. You'll have to go into meditation now and have to write Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is where the whole 6th chapter ends. Okay. As I said, the whole summary was given in the beginning initially. Right now, as we have already discussed, Narada Muni was saying about how her mother left the body, and there we have discussed about Bhagavan's pastimes should be understood on the basis of tattva. Otherwise, we get bewildered. We think what he's doing is unfair. It doesn't fit in our rules and regulations. So Bhagavan should be understanding tattva. And then we talked about how Narada Muni did not shake a bit, even though he was a small boy. Even with the death of his mother, he did not shake a bit. Bhakti can give such a strength to a person. Life can be the same for the devotees as it is for others, but Bhakti gives such a strength. Bhakti should give us the wisdom. And Bhakti also gives the ruchi to follow the Bhakti Yoga. So all this Narada Muni already had. That's why, just one more minute, Nana. That's why he did not shake a bit. So that's what Bhakti is supposed to do. And that's how we know we are heading in the right direction. It's not easy to be unshakable. We are all work in progress, heading that way. So that's what we have discussed. And then after that, we have discussed how challenging Bhakti Yoga can be, how it can be sometimes fearful too, especially with the Anartha Nivritti. All those that we are carrying with us, all those opinions and thoughts and shields and everything, when we have to leave them in order to serve Govinda, not an easy job. Yeah, that is expected. But once when we continue to show the sincerity, which is possible only with sincere devotee association, then the Anartha Nivritti happens, and when we get too close to Nishta, very good. It only gets better, that we have discussed. After that, we have discussed about how to do that for meditation, and immediately Paramatma appeared in the heart. And then we discussed that whatever we get in Bhakti Yoga is prasad only, not because we're doing something super wonderful, because Paramatma is seeing our efforts, he's giving us some taste in Bhakti, and he's keeping us going. He's giving us some service, so we don't get stuck in the karma cycle. Okay, what is the service there? Yes, I'm giving you some shelter like that. So anything that we get in Bhakti is prasad only. Those are not accomplishments. Yeah. And then we discussed about Narada got the ruchi, and with that ruchi, he went lifelong. So, and then how he got a spiritual body. And here, Paramatma was saying how he got all he got because of the service to the Bhakti Vedantas, the Shuddha Bhaktas, who taught him how to serve Bhagavan. So, by the service, and service only we get Bhagavan. It's not about accomplishment. It's about servitude, and servitude. Yeah. How to serve? The Shuddha Bhaktas teach us. Not expecting a bit from others. We should be ready to serve others, knowing that they may not even help us, knowing that they may badmouth us, knowing that they may harm us. That's not easy to do. Generally, we help others because we kind of expect some help. Lena dena, that understandable. But service attitude should be so deep, especially when we take a Bhakti Yoga. We want to serve only to the best of our capacity, no matter what others say about us or do to us. That's selfless. That strength that comes from the bonding, the holy name, and the direction of the acharyas. Otherwise, it's not really. When Kirtaniya Sadahari gives us the strength. Good. So Narada Muni spent his life like that, and he got the spiritual body, and then said, "Okay, please go ahead. That is the chikitsa for everybody whose consciousness is always agitated because they have to do something. So please glorify Bhakti Yoga." So, Vyasadeva, I'm going to take leave now. Please go into meditation. Time for us to go into meditation now. Actually, we go online. I did not acknowledge, or I don't know if they are there anymore. We are so caught up. Yeah, anybody? I cannot see anybody here, but on the screen. Yeah, could we name it? Okay, stop sharing. Thank you. Yes, I got it. Yeah. So my pranams to you all, to all the devotees here in person, and to all the devotees online. Sorry, I couldn't greet you in the beginning. Thank you for your Sangha here. Only with the mercy of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga, we are getting to hear about this Bhagavata, because Bhagavata is meant for transformation, not just information, and that happens only with the mercy. We are very grateful. It's 9:15 here. So You want to do questions from online and then we'll close. Is that okay? Yeah. Yes, please. Anybody online? If you have any reflections or questions.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you for the systematic study of the Bhagavatam. From this only you are able to understand the Bhagavatam from the first chapter. So the key topics that we learned from this one is the sadhu first and the Bhagavan next. Maybe service to the sadhu, then the Bhagavan, and the Mahaprasadam, maybe the honoring the prasadam, the remnants of the food, the Bhagavan. And yeah, so the question I have is the Dhruva Maharaj and Narada Muni, they through Samadhi, they are able to see the Paramatma. And what about the Prahlad Maharaj? He just association with the Narada Muni or
Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj, Narada Muni gave the Upadesha when he was in the womb of his mother Prabhu. All the devotees, they had Upadesha from the pure. So they got the Diksha from pure devotees, and that's why they could get Bhagwan.
Okay, thank you, Mother.
Yes. Yes, is that correct? You are correct.
Yeah, Mataji.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mataji.
Thank you. Okay. Next week on, we'll have exclusively online. Since it is Kartik month, we have the combo with online and offline. Yeah. Thank you so much for your patience. All of you in person. Thank you all for your attention and patience. And all online, same. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Samar Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Go Vimanate. Hari Hari. Next week. Hare Krishna to you all. We can close it now, right? Hari Hari. Time for down. Did not close it? Oh.